and feed thousands of people.
Amen. Amen. That's right.
They took up baskets of leftovers. And now here a storm comes, and what you think, man, after that, I'm invincible. Look what Jesus just did. He can do anything. He got us through this situation. He can get us through anything. And then here comes a storm. And you know what they do? They get troubled in their heart. And we laugh at that and think, how in the world could they do that? And we turn around and do the same thing in our life every single day. Think about it. The Lord will do something miraculous in our life. And the Lord will work out something in our life, and the first time a little storm pops up, I'll be doggone if we don't just get this like that. And you know what happens when we do that? We're so focused on the trouble when we should be focused on Him. He said, let not your hearts be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Fear, think about fear. Fear and faith are in a constant battle waging inside of us all. Fear and faith. You know them two things don't go together?
Yes, sir.
You know what we'll do? We'll pray about something and ask God to do it, and then we get afraid and say, well, I don't know if we can do it or not. You know what we're doing? We're constantly waging that battle of fear and faith inside of us all. Constantly. But let me ask you a question here tonight. You can answer out loud if you want to. Who's bigger? The Savior or the storm? Well, Jesus said, all right, let me get out here on the edge of the ship for a minute. He said, peace be still. And remember I told you He was the Word, and He was in the beginning with God, and all things were made by Him.
Amen.
And when the first time the wind and the waves heard His voice, and they laid down, and He said, remember what He told to them? Remember what He said to the wind and the waves? Anybody know? Anybody want to say it? Peace. Peace, be still. Does this make sense? You get where I'm going?
Yeah.
So who's bigger, a Savior or the storm? Who's bigger, our God or the problems that we face in our life? Listen, why should we be afraid? God is bigger than the storm.
Amen.
As a matter of fact, He has something down inside of us. He's given us a gift. He's given us a peace that the world can't understand. A peace that's not that is not dependent on the absence of the presence of trials, but a peace that exists even in the midst of the most intense storms that rage inside of our lives.
Amen.
And so we ought to truly be able to just give it to Him.
Amen.
Rest.
Amen.
Rest. And that's what we need. We need to stop wrestling against ourselves and against our fears and against our troubles. And we need to give it to the One who never slumbers and sleeps.
That's right.
That's what the psalmist said. He said, my help cometh from the Lord which createth the heavens and the earth. And He said, He'll not suffer my feet to be moved. He said, He that keepeth will not slumber or sleep. He that keepeth Israel shall not slumber and sleep.
Right.
I read a little story one time. I like to read a lot of commentaries and things. And I read this particular one, and it stuck out to my mind when I thought about this subject. And I remember reading about during the Second World War how when the Germans were bombing London all night, every night, that after a very terrible attack, that the people of London frantically searched through the rubble and looking for the dead and the injured and any survivors that they might find. And they began to search in this community down every household. And everyone had been accounted for except for this old grandmother. And as the story goes, they continued their search through the community, and they found this little building that she occupied. And they noticed that it had been untouched by the attack. And they frantically beat on the door, and they barged in the door. And as they went towards the back, they found her asleep in the back in the bedroom, and they woke her up. probably astonished. They thought, man, how in the world could you have slept through such an ordeal? And as the story goes, it says the old lady looked at the man that came in to check on her and said, well, sirs, my Bible says the God that I serve never slumbers and sleeps. And she said, I didn't figure there was any use of both of us sitting up and worrying about it all night. So I just went to bed. And when we hear that, that sounds cute and funny, and I don't know if that's an accurate account or not. But I do know that should be the mentality that we adapt in our Christian life. So those are going to come, brother. Life's going to smack us right upside the face sometimes, and our rug's going to get jerked out from under our feet, and we're going to encounter things, church, that we never thought we'd have to go through. But thank God that, listen to God we serve. He knows what's going on. He never slumbers and sleeps. And there ain't no use you standing up and worried and feared and troubled every night.
That's right.
You just give it to God and rest.
Amen. Amen.
Because that's what He said. He said, come unto me, all you that labor and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Peace. Peace. It's peace. He said, my peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your hearts be troubled. Neither let it be afraid.
Yeah.
You know, you may be here tonight and you may not know Christ as your Savior. Friend, I want to tell you something. You can know this peace tonight.
Yes, I can.
Tonight. You believe in God. You believe that Jesus is the Son of God. You believe He died on the cross and was buried and rose again the third day. When Paul summed up the operation of the gospel when he wrote to the believers at Corinth, he summed it up this way. He said, I preached it. Essentially, here's what he said. He said, I preached it, you believed it, now stand in it.
Yeah.
He said, here's what I preached. I delivered unto you, first of all, that which I also received.
Yeah.
How that Christ died for our sins, according to the Scriptures, was buried and rose again the third day, according to the Scriptures. Friend, if you're here and unsaved tonight, if you can believe that in your heart, and confess it with your mouth, you can know this peace. God bless you.